Hey guys, it's Vince with CG Vinyl Studio. Of course, 5:30 in the morning, and we've got the P7000 fired up, and you can see we're doing something different today. And we're going to introduce a product that many of you have seen on the market for some time. We feel ours is the best combination, and this is our new water slide material. And used in conjunction with our Marabu combination package to give you professional results, you have got one ultimate graphic system that literally can be applied to virtually any surface. If you're looking at doing custom work and you're working with metals, you're working with glass, this is the material you're going to want to work with if you want the image to appear to be painted on. So much so that it can either be buried with clear coat or buried with epoxy if you really want it to be forever, so to speak. You can see right now I'm doing some prop logos. And again, this is for the area that I work in, my niche. And again, this material is absolutely amazing. And you're probably wondering, why do we have those hash marks in between the graphics? Well, what I like to do with my water slides is I contour cut them on my Suma. And what does that mean? That means that my clients are getting graphics that are literally ready to apply. And in this case, they're going to be bleed cut, so they'll look like they're literally painted on, which essentially they will be, in the fact that this material is literally about 2/1000ths of an inch in thickness. So again, very, very, very thin material. Once it's buried under clear coat and is applied, it gives you that finished look that's literally forever. So again, it's up to you how to use the material. If you don't have a contour cutter, we have this material in clear as well, so you could cut your own. I just feel that that's kind of archaic when we have the ability to cut with ultra precision. Not only that, the beauty in that is that your clients get products that are literally ready to apply, and that's exactly what I did here. So those hash marks are identifiers for my clients to know where to cut in between the graphic, so they can submerge it in water, and then the graphic, when it's released, is already die cut for them. They don't have to worry about anything, they just apply it. So we take it to that next level, so to speak, and you can see they're coming out, and these have such a pretty green to them. So for my guys out there doing anything with motorcycle helmets, I got a lot of questions on that. Dealing with motorcycle gas tanks, lots of YouTube videos on water slides being used on gas tanks. Why? Because a graphic artist really doesn't want to sit there, and when I say graphic artist, I'm talking about a painter, sit there and try to get as accurate results as he'll get with a printer. He can just print your design and apply it to whatever you want, and then bury it in clear coat, and guess what? You've got a perfect image. So this is going to finish up. I'll carry through with the process so you can see exactly how this is done. Stay tuned. Okay guys, I've got my Clearjet. You can see it's type A2000 gloss. I've already got the nozzle preset. We've got our graphics right here, using magnets to hold everything. Just a metal sheet. We're going to do a spray out. Everything's good. Overlapping strokes. And one more. Done. And that's it. So now what we want to do is let this dry, and of course Joanna can come over and you probably can see how that paint has been applied to clear coat. And again, this is designed specifically for graphics and UV protection, so this will be fully sealed for application, and it will have a bleed cut when they're complete. So our clients will definitely be happy with these. Okay guys, we are now cutting in the Suma T75 the water slides. And you can see right now it's searching for the mark. And it found it, and now it's going to continue. And just to clarify, you guys see me hit this with clear coat already, so this is all dry, and now we go through the cutting process. And as far as I know, we're the only ones doing contour cutting on water slide material, which to me makes more sense because then your end users get a really beautiful clean cut and the application is amazing and finished products then look just that much better. See if I can get a little better angle so you can see that head going to work. Once again, these do have a bleed cut, so they will look painted on because, of course, the bleed cut, just for those getting started in this genre, it basically means that the blade is cutting through where we have a little excess ink where the blade is actually passing through the ink, so it gives us a nice clean edge that appears to be painted and there won't be any white showing. We're finishing up right now. You can see how it slowed down, it measured itself, and then just continued. All done, guys. All right, stay tuned for a finished product. Okay, guys, we have got a graphic right here, and I want to hold this up carefully because you can see I made some relief cuts because, again, this has a bleed around it, and it is contour cut. And if you look carefully, you can see where it's contour cut. So we have the bleed, and we have the contour cut, and I also did something you never see done. I applied tape to the back. And you know why I did that? Because you always see videos where people are messing with water slides and can't figure out why they're rolling up. They roll up because once the adhesive on the back is released, the paper itself is under tension because the graphic is printed on it. Or under tension, so it basically coils up. With the tape on the back, you won't get the coil. Now, these are the only contour cut water slides that I know of because not only did we design them, but I designed them because I wanted simplicity and have a professional look. So what I'm going to do now is submerge this. You can see exactly what I'm doing. We're just going to put it underneath. You can see the big difference. You don't get that major curl like you usually do. We'll just leave it under there for a second. And those cuts I did as relief cuts. Now, one other thing I want to point out is the tools being used. I have a set of auto close tweezers, and you can see how these work. This way they'll hold your graphic while you manipulate it, and you don't have to constantly hold the tweezers. And I have just a needle nose set of tweezers. Okay, and of course scissors, mandatory. Okay. Okay, guys, you can see how the contour cut is now working. I'm just lifting, this is released, and there is our cut. This gives you a perfect image, and you can see exactly how this is set. I'll go to my auto hole tweezers, and now I'm just going to grab the backing. And there we go. We're going to take some water that's on here, and I'm just going to do that. And then what I'm going to do is just use my finger very lightly. I'm just doing this piece as an example. It's actually a lid. And you can see how perfect this has come out. I'm just going to, you can see, do not need much pressure at all. Just kind of swiping it with a little water. And there you go. You'll let this dry. Do not be fearful of the water. Just let it dry. Now, if you look at my backing with the auto hole tweezers, this is how easy this is. The backing with the tape keeps this, like I said, much, much straighter for manipulation. And with the way that we do the contour cutting on the graphic, you can see how nice your edges are, and you can see that extra green ink where we actually did the contour cutting to give you a more or less scale look on this. And it looks amazing. You can really see it. And there you go. The water will evaporate, and you're all set. So again, my ultimate goal here is to produce water slide graphics that essentially look painted on, and that's exactly what we have here. And not only that, to keep end users from having to try to trim them, because that gets so tedious, especially if you want it to really look good. And this will look like it's painted on. If you put this on the prop, you can see it says MT propeller. This will look ridiculously scale. And that's the beauty of it. Once this dries, it becomes part of it. And again, doing it the way I did with the little cuts, you can see the cuts on the backing, and then you can see the excess. It just comes off so nice, so neat, and just super smooth. So again, I hope that this video has been helpful. Again, water slides without a doubt do take more practice. If you've never used them, it's going to take practice to get scale results. But if you take your time, it's amazing what you can do. And believe you me, we're going to do some more videos on these because I've got a couple other tricks up my sleeve if you're doing larger type prints. So stay tuned for that. Keep the comments coming. I hope that this video has helped you. And of course, just to cover one brief idea, once you get done with these, of course, you will paint these over. That's obviously the best way to go, is put a sealer coat over them. And being these are so thin, you know, a base coat, clear coat, in terms of just going with a high quality, either an automotive clear coat or just a standard clear coat on the market, you're going to be set. My recommendation is like a U-POL clear coat, which you can get at AutoZone. It's off the shelf, and that stuff is amazing. It's based usually out of England, I believe. That's their company's headquarters. The quality on that paint is absolutely amazing. Stay away from Krylon and all the box store type paints. Those are really cheap. You want a clear coat that's not only durable, but it's going to really, really highlight the graphics. That's where things go wrong in difference between crafting and getting serious as far as your imaging. So just keep that in mind. Once again, I thank you all for support. Take care.